Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Heart to Heart, the stories of us. This is your host Sonam. Today in the studio with us we have the founder of FBWA, who saw a gap in the community where people could come together, where Bhutanese people could come together and made quick action to act upon it. Welcome to the show, all.
Hi Sonam, thank you for having me here today.
Yes. Where are you from in Bhutan?
I'm from Dagana.
Yeah. And then Dagana is like very close to the capital and everything. I know a lot of people from Dagana who talk really fondly about growing up in Dagana. Did you grow up in Dagana or did you grow up like in another part of the country?
I was born and brought up in Dagana. I think and after that I moved to Thimphu. I think I was around 6 or 7 years old when I moved to Thimphu. And then for the next 20 odd years, I stayed in Dema. So that's it. So I've lived mostly in Dagana and Dema in Bhutan.
Yes. What were you doing in Bhutan before you made the move to Australia?
I was playing football.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow! For the country or like?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
For a club and for Bhutan.
Oh, so. Wow. Tell me more. I didn't know that. I mean, we have been talking before we started shooting and before we started shooting. And then I just did not think of asking you that. Please tell me more about it.
I started playing football from the very young age. I used to play with my friends. When I was young, it was all about anything around football. Even bottles, the plastic bottles, the king balls, the small balls. Used to play with all sorts of football, and in 2002, when I was in class 9, I got the opportunity to play for a club. How it started is there was a selection camp for a club in Bhutan, and then my friends introduced me to that camp session. I went there. Everything was new. I had a very tough situation. I wasn't selected on the day, and then most of my friends were selected, but I wasn't. And then I was a little disheartened. I went back, and after several weeks, there was again another selection camp for the same team. That's where I was. That time I was a bit. I wasn't sure whether I could go out there because for the first time I wasn't selected, and then the second time my friends they said that why not give it a try, and then second time I went there, and then I was lucky to be selected. So it was in 2002 I started my club career. And then after, I think 2 years in 2003, end of 2003, there was a selection for the Bhutan youth team, under 17. That's where the first time I was part of Bhutan. Started as a youth team. And then gradually I was lucky to play for Bhutan in the senior team.
Amazing. Oh my God. I've met a lot of people Bhutan, in Australia, wherever, different parts of the world, everywhere I've gone to. You're probably the first person who I've met who used to play for the country, because I have been to a lot of matches, especially that happened in Chanlimitang. I've been to a lot of it, and I think you're probably the first person who I've met who has played for Bhutan, and I feel like it must be such an honor because we did not grow up football culture is really big in other countries, but in Bhutan, it took us a while to understand how important it is, or to act on, to get on the culture of all of that. But I digress. Oh, when did you were leading a pretty active and exciting life in Bhutan. So what made you come to Australia, or how did that decision come about?
I moved to Perth in 2017 football was really happening at the time. It was right after the World Cup qualifiers in 2015, where Bhutan played against Sri Lanka home and away matches, and then we win both the match, and then we qualified for the group stage of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. And that was the first time Bhutan had ever participated in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. And to go to the second round, that was huge achievement for Bhutan.
Exactly.
And for me personally, I'm glad to be a part of that team. I feel lucky.
To be a part of history.
Yeah. Well, football was always there, but lucky to be part of the team. And then, so that was 2 years back. And after 2 years, in 2017, I moved to Perth because my wife was pursuing her studies, and then I decided to explore Australia as well. But it was an easy decision because football was at the peak in Bhutan,
Yes.
and then I had to make a decision.
Yes.
But I think that's life, It's all about adapting and challenging
Exactly.
to the new ideas.
With how Bhutan has, okay, I know the question in my head, but I can't ask it. I don't know how to frame it properly. So, with how football has come into life in Bhutan now, you can see that football in itself has become a huge part of the Bhutanese community, especially with how much people we can see when we have a huge match, all the hype surrounding all of it. You must have seen we recently had a match against Yemen, I think, and there was a huge hype. I saw so many videos. Do you ever feel what would have happened if you had just stayed back and then been a part of how Bhutan has welcomed football?
I started playing football in the club career in 2002, and the match against Yemen, it was a few days back, so that's 2025. That's exactly 23 years from when I started playing. I would have loved to be part of the squad, Yemen, the Bhutan squad against Yemen, but I know it will be really hard. Because there are so many talented young players, But for me, maybe I would definitely be sitting and supporting Team Bhutan from the stand at Challenge Town. But I would love to be part of the, if not the player, then the management team.
Yes, exactly.
So I don't know, but the emotion for football, that's so different. Sometimes you cannot bring into words, but the match against Yemen, we went to one of the pub here, Himalayan Fusion, to watch the game. Most of friends, the football friends, so we came together to watch the game and support Team Bhutan. So we were imagining we are sitting at Challenge Town and supporting the team.
That's so sweet.
So that was huge.
Yes. I feel like the conversation is getting a little heavy. So just to lighten up the mood a little bit. Do you have a favorite football team?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Definitely.
What is it?
Bhutan.
I wasn't expecting that one. Okay. Apart from that, do you have a favorite football club?
Yeah. From Europe or from the world, I support Manchester United.
Oh no, do you? How are you doing? I know Manchester United fans have had the best seasons or best years, if I can say that.
Yeah, it's been a decade.
Yeah.
I think since Sir Alex Ferguson, the one of the greatest team manager ever, since he retired in 2013. It's 12 years past, and Manchester United is still finding peace
Yeah.
to win the championship. But
I'm not a big football person, but even I know that Manchester United. So, like I told you earlier, I have a partner who's a huge Manchester United fan, and it literally ruins his day every time there's a big game. I've seen, especially when we were in Bhutan, the time difference. He used to stay up like till 12, 1 a.m. just to like watch the game. And do you still do you stay up to watch games, or do you like look at the match highlights after?
uh, sometimes I watch the highlights, but I prefer to watch the
Game.
live game.
Oh wow.
So the even in Bhutan, the match timing for Premier League, any European league, so we had the perfect match timing. It's probably start around 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the evening. Even in Perth, it's not so bad because it's just 2 hours difference, and then it's around 7 or 8 when the first game starts. And the big games like United, I don't know, but the big games like United, Man City, Liverpool, they play around 10 11 p.m. and it's still perfect time. And the another round would be the Champions League. That's quite tricky.
Yeah.
I think in Bhutan we used to watch at 1 o'clock, 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to stay weekend watch the game. But here it's even trickier. Now the game starts at 3 or 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So here now it's been mostly watching the highlights, scoring goals.
Since you've been in Australia for so long, have you ever like watched a Manchester United game live
Yeah.
in person?
Yeah.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Was it here?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think it was in 2021. I don't remember the year exactly, but they had the pre-season tour to Australia,
Yeah.
and then they came here. Cristiano Ronaldo was still playing for United that time, but he didn't travel with the team. I think he was injured.
2021?
Yeah,
Oh, that's like
I think he was 21 or 22, but around that time, a
Yeah.
few years back. Phil Jones was playing. David De Gea was David De Gea. No, I think David De Gea wasn't there. Matic was there. Rashford was there.
I've heard
Pogba.
that name.
Yeah, Pogba. I think he
Just
missed the game as well. He wasn't there. And captain that time, I think captain was Ashley Young. So yeah, I went to both the practice match as well as the
Wow. That's like a lot of dedication. Did you have other friends, other Bhutanese friends join you as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
My friends, couple of my friends, we went to watch the game. Even my wife as well.
Aw.
So we went to watch the game together.
Yeah.
It was interesting, watching on TV for so long, and then actually seeing in live the players and the match as well.
Must be.
That was really interesting. That was really fun.
I remember last year having this conversation. There was this league happening, and my partner was like tracking. He has this app where he tracks like which in which position Manchester United is in. I don't know. And then he tracks like which player has had a really good season. I don't know. There's this whole app, and I told him, why don't you just like stop rooting for Manchester United? The two of us can pick one new team and then let's root for it together. And he said, that's not how it works. I said, that's not how it works. I've been rooting for this team since I was in 7th or 8th grade, so I have to root for them forever. But then he told me that he started rooting for this team when Ronaldo was playing for this particular team. Is that the same for you as well?
Yeah, I think because in 2002 or 3, a little earlier than that, for Bhutanese in Bhutan, the timings for the Premier League, we have the perfect timing. So that's why I think Bhutanese generally follow Premier League than all other leagues, because the timing really suits us well. And then even the teams as well, I think the Premier League teams are the ones followed by most of the Bhutanese. Even my friends. Sometimes it's interesting as well. We have that healthy rivalry. The my friends, some of them, they follow Chelsea,
Yeah.
Arsenal, Liverpool. And when you watch the match together, that's their healthy rivalry.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting.
While on the conversation of football, I wanted to ask you. So you helped. It was your brainchild to establish FBWA in Perth because you felt like we needed an organization like that to bring the community together, to for people, Bhutanese people, to have some place to go to play football, to talk about football for the community. Can you talk about how that came to be? Like, what motivated you? What made you feel like there is a need, there's a gap, and you needed to like act on it?
I think football was always there in Perth. I think the I remember our senior community members sharing that for since 2008 or even before, the football was the community, the members, they used to come together, play football on Sundays, and then they used to bring potlucks, picnics, and then they enjoy the picnics. So football was always there, and after after a couple of years, maybe 2013 or 14, that's where the community started organizing the tournaments. So at the beginning, I think there were a couple of only 2 or 3 teams playing the tournament. But slowly, gradually, the team started getting bigger and bigger. And when I moved to Perth in 2017, the community was already huge.
Oh, okay.
My friend invited me for a game, for the tournament in 2017. And I think that time there were around 10 or 12 teams already. So the community was already big that time. And from there, slowly, we started bringing in the regulations, small regulations, to promote football in the way. And in 2022, that's where most of our friends, because over after the games, over tea, over snacks, we always used to talk about how we can take football to the next level. When you say next level, we feel like we can take our community football into the professional level, but that's not going to happen. Football was amateur in the community. Football is still amateur in the community, and football will be amateur for another couple of years. But our in a interesting way, we felt that maybe we can take football to the next level, But when we look back, that's around 3 or 4 years back. When you look back, the conversation was really strong, I guess. Friends, when the casual discussions over snacks, when we were talking about how we can take football to the next level. So that's where I think the idea of football potentially started. And we had a group of friends initially to start, but then the challenges of time, everything here in Perth, it's really hard to continue serving as a volunteer. So over the period, some of friends, they went to manage other teams, but that's how it should be, because somehow someone, a friend, whoever is contributing to the growth of football in the community. So I think that's how Football Bhutan started in 2022.
And I feel like even if it cannot produce like professional football players, just how FBWA helps to keep people who used to play football in Bhutan, people who started playing football after they came here, just how it helps them stay connected to the sport, whether it's just, they don't have to be, that's the idea that you told me before we started this, that that was always the idea for them to like continue enjoying the sport, right? And it must be a really proud thing for you to see all of these people who, even though, let's say that even though if FBWA didn't groom them, didn't train them, for them to like come here, stay consistent with the sport, and then go on to achieve better things. If I'm not wrong, you also recently had one player who used to play back home, who came here, who used to like play a lot with you guys with FBWA, and then went back to play for the AFC. Do you know him? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tenzin. Maybe I'll connect how the football came over the years, how football, community football came over, and then connect with Tenzin. I think that when I moved to Perth in 2017, what I saw was we used to play football we used to start playing football at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. in the evening. And then we used to play for a couple of hours around 9 or 10, 8 p.m. And we used to play only on Sundays. Now we play both Saturdays and Sundays. But the timing was, it was all about just playing football. Because most of, we are the first generations moving to Perth, and then it was really difficult for everyone to manage time and the passion in football. So that's how football used to be there. Over the years, we slowly transitioned the playing time from 5 p.m. to 4 p.m., 3 p.m., 2 p.m. slowly to now we play even at 11 a.m. or 12 p.m., 12 in the noon. But the main idea of bringing the game earlier, it's about football isn't just about playing. It's about bringing the community together. So that the main intention, the goal of bringing starting the match early is we want football tournaments or events to be a place where the football families, the community members, they come over there. If they watch the games, bring their food, snacks, they can have picnic. Here they can have barbecue, everything. So the main idea of community football Bhutanese, along with playing the tournament, we want to share our passion with the community in a larger picture. So that was how community football changed over the years, and slowly they were the former national players. They started. Even myself, I moved to Perth in 2017, and we have a couple of players, my friends, who moved here. So we used to think that the moment you moved to Australia, the professionalism of football, it's pretty much the end of it. That was our notion. That was how it used to be. But in 2025, Tenzin he changed that mentality totally, because he is the first Bhutanese from Australia to go back and represent Bhutan. And as a football Bhutan, as a Bhutanese, as a football community in our football association in the community, it is a huge moment for us.
Yes.
It is a pride for us. And the whole community is very proud of Tenzin. So the main idea of football, Bhutan, the goal is to have that professionalism from amateur. It will be amateur for a couple of years, or maybe another 10, 20 years. But the ultimate aim is to have that professionalism, to bring that professionalism in the mindset. So Tenzin has already started. It came way too early than than what we imagine or expected. So we don't say that we groomed Tenzin because he was already a player in Bhutan, a national player. But what we are very proud of is that we as a community football organization, we're able to keep Tenzin's passion alive in a small community tournament. So that's why we are very, very proud of football Bhutan, and that and this is where every team we currently we have, I think maybe 30-40 teams in the senior category and another 15-20 or more in the masters category.
Yeah.
So
What's that? In masters?
Masters is for 35 and above.
Oh, okay.
And for senior, it's for open anyone who can compete in the open tournament. So everyone, all the teams, all the players, I think maybe if we just say we have 650 teams in the community, including both the masters and the senior. So our team, if there are 20 members in the team, that makes around 1,000 players. So all the 50 teams and the 1,000 players has contributed to the success of Football Bhutan, and I'm sure everyone is proud to see Tenzin going back and playing for Bhutan.
Yeah.
So I think that's how Tenzin and Football Bhutan connects.
So earlier you said something about this, like from a previous conversation. Just needed to get that out of the way while I remember it. Earlier you said something about how when you have like different teams, there's also a healthy rivalry going on. As somebody who's been in like the football scenario for so long, how do you balance like bringing sportsmanship and also balancing the passion that comes with like being invested in a game? And from what I know, I heard that games here can get pretty passionate, right? Where people are like mad or happy about the results. How do you deal with scenarios like that?
I think you cannot ever take that passion out of any individual players or the team. The passion will always be there, because that's the most beautiful thing in football. But equally, we also need to introduce fair play and the respect for the game. It's very important that every individual, every team respects their opponent, their teammates, their opponents, the match officials, the referees, the families who are coming there to support the community members. So it's for Football Bhutan. It's very important that we keep that sportsmanship going for always, because at the end of the day, everyone is a winner. When you start a game, a team has to, one team has to win and the other has to lose. But at the end of the day, everyone is a winner, because every individual is contributing to the success, to the growth of football in the community. So I think that's the charm as well. When you win, you want to come back and win another game, and when you lose, you go back, reflect yourself, reflect your team, come back stronger, and try to win the games. So that's I think that's really interesting, because if you keep on winning for a while, the energy, there's always that energy, but when you lose a game, sometimes it's really hard to push yourself. But I think that's where the challenge, the emotion plays a bigger role. You have to bring all your teams together, yourself, and be there for the next game. So I think that speaks the emotions of a football game. So that's how you take football games every week here.
Yeah. When I was taking a look at the website for the FBWA, and I noticed that under programs, and then now I don't remember where exactly they were, but I noticed a lot of leagues and like lots of rosters. Uh, how many leagues are there, and how does it work?
Uh, excuse me. Uh, for full Bhutan, we have the currently we are playing the FA Cup, FBWA FA Cup. And then
FBWA Cup.
Yep.
Okay.
And then next one we have the FBWA League 1 and League 2.
Okay.
So that's our highest league in our community. And the final one at the end of the year we play the Masters League. That's for the older veteran players. So these are the three events we have. And in addition to that, we have the Mini Dragon Academy, where we train our young they are kids. They are the future star of our community. We train and groom them, and I think that's one of the most important in Australia. We have the Gelsey Cup.
Yeah.
That's the interstate football.
I think I saw something like that. Yes.
But that's the interstate football where the teams from Perth, Canberra, Brisbane, we all come together and play the 2 days tournament. But this year we're planning to.
Sorry to interrupt. Is it just for the Bhutanese community?
Yeah.
The Gelsey Cup?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
It's just for the Bhutanese community at the moment. And then that's where the champions from each state come together and play the 2 days football.
Wow.
This year we are trying to make it 3 days of football. But until last year, it used to be 2 years. And then we started in 2022. We started in Perth, the Gelsey Cup. In 2023, we played in Canberra. And in 2024, we played in Brisbane. And it's coming back to Perth again. So we are hosting the tournament again. And the rotation of the host is that makes it really interesting for all of us, and everyone understands how it's how many teams are there, how it stands. So that's the most important the cup in our community.
Is it fully funded? Like, do the teams come here? Is the stay funded? How does it work?
No, we have to pay our own.
Oh, okay.
Own tickets, fooding, lodging, everything.
Yeah.
But I think it's not just about the Gelsey Cup. It's not just about the cost of the travel, the food, the lodge, the hotels, but it's about because we have the national players, the former club players, national players, and the passionate football players in Canberra and Brisbane. So it's about coming together and playing that prestigious cup.
Yes.
So for us, it's the emotion, the passion that drives us, and also it's we play that it's a yearly event, and it's a one event in a year, and that's where we get to travel as well. Otherwise, it's really hard to travel and plan a travel, because I have my families in Canberra, but I haven't been to Canberra in the last 8 years.
Oh.
But for football, I went to play. For me personally, I went to play in Brisbane last year. So I think that's the connection the football brings. So it's about coming together, meeting our friends.
Yes. I think earlier you mentioned something about a children's league, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And how did that come about? Like, how many kids are there now? Is there like a lot of interest in like young Bhutanese children?
Yeah. It's a Mini Dragon Academy. We are not a fully established academy, but we've started grooming our players. We have kids starting from, I think, 7 or 8 years old until 14, 15 years. So we have around 50 or 60 kids currently registered with us. And then every week we have 20, 30 or 40 kids turning up for the weekly training.
Yeah.
And then we have our dedicated coaches,
Oh.
Pema and Indra. Pema is a former national women's player,
Oh.
and then she also she was also she was also working as full-time academy coaches in Galliford for women's academy. So she has a huge experience for the academy. And Indra, who he used to work as a coach for the Poro FC in Poro.
Amazing.
So we have the experienced coaches, and then we have our kids who are very passionate to come there and play football. So it's growing slowly. It's growing, and this year we have affiliated with one of the clubs in here, Dianella Soccer Club. So now our kids, some of them they go to Dianella Soccer Club for trainings and the games. That's the proper league. For us, it's just about grooming, coaching, but now the kids they get to play the proper football from the very young age. At the moment, it's a little tricky because it's the first time we have initiated this program, the affiliation program with the Dianella Soccer Club, to manage the training time, and then every Sunday they have to play games. They have to travel for the away games and then play the home game. So the managing time is a bit of tricky at the moment, but we need to start from somewhere. So this is the beginning, and we hope to see in a couple of years' time. We hope to see our young kids playing in a bigger leagues.
Is it completely exclusive for Bhutanese children, the Mini Dragons League?
Not exactly. Most of I think the majority is Bhutanese kids, but we also have a kid from Africa. So we open to everyone, and then there's where we share our culture, and then equally we get to learn their culture as well. So we open to everyone.
Now this is a question that I've been thinking about as we have talked about everything. So if somebody, let's say somebody new, a man or a woman, let's say a man in this scenario, didn't really play a lot of football back home, didn't play at all. If you wanted to start playing football here, is there any way that the FBWA could accommodate somebody like that? Or is it or will it be a little hard to do with how a lot of your players are already established players, alright players who've been playing for a while, even if they were not professional players, but they're lifelong players? How would that work?
I think for me, I think it wouldn't be that hard because in Bhutan, football has become a culture in Bhutan. So every kid from very young, started from myself, we used to play football. So I think most of the kids, even the elders, they have played football sometime or the other. And then our community league, we are growing, but we are still amateur, and the standard is I wouldn't say very low, but I think like you said, if a player has already played in Bhutan, and then if he's interested to be part of the teams or the tournament, community football, I don't think that'll be really hard. It might take a little time, but I'm sure everyone can adapt to the league here, because the football for full Bhutan, the football is open for everyone who is interested, and then the other thing that will motivate the new players coming here, it's one place. Football, the event is one place where you get to meet your friends without an appointment. You just come over there, whether you're playing or not. You just come over there, and then you meet your friends. So that's another interesting thing for me. That will motivate someone from Bhutan, someone from Bhutan, coming here and trying to make friends or meet old friends. I think the full Bhutan is a place where you can come. It's a small event, but this where the like-minded people come together. And, so a new player coming from Bhutan, I'm sure he or she can definitely adapt to the
Shouldn't be a problem.
to the football here.
Yeah. Does FBWA also have a lot of women's teams?
This year, last year, 2024, we played in the AFC, the Perth Asian Cup. We formed a team. That was the first time ever we had a team. So this year, we are planning to introduce women football as well. So initially, we are trying to organize futsal 5-a-side futsal tournament, because maybe at the moment it will be a little tricky to have the 11-sided full pitch tournament. So we are starting as 5-sided football. I had a casual conversation with the former national players, because we've got a lot of women national players as well here. So we were just having a casual conversation, and they're really passionate about it, because
Nice.
for them as well, it's one place where they can meet friends.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Exactly.
it's really hard to meet your friends or family, even family.
Also, I feel like it might be. I think that it might be a little bit more, not a little bit. It might be so inspiring for like the young girls, or like young, like children, like young girls, to see like a fully established Bhutanese women team, because representation matters. Now, like a lot of men like football because they grew up watching these really cool men playing football. They grow up watching somebody like Ronaldo go on to do so many great things because he was playing football. And I feel like that would be, like you said, football is such a big thing. It's a big, the football community is so big in Bhutan. I used to play, but I only started playing out of spite, because like I told you earlier, I did my undergrad in a university that was like really big on football. Don't quote me on this, but I remember, so I went to a university where attendance was like really, really important. If it was like below 85 or 80, maybe not even that much, maybe below 90, that you would have to like repeat the whole semester. And then I personally know some footballers who are like constantly traveling for like playing for the college football team, who were not even in class for like half of the semester. And I could see them like go on to like pass these classes easily. And then later I find out that they had these exceptions for like these good football players who would like go on to represent the university or whatever. And then because we had this amazing, I feel like when I talk about this, a lot of people who watch the show can probably tell where I went for university, but I'm not going to like name them because I'm not saying like the nicest things right now about them. So
That's all right.
yeah. So we had this amazing artificial turf, and we had these amazing stadiums and everything. And then we had this like huge, what do you call the lights that like lights up the whole city when it's on? Like the one in Changlemetang, I think there's the huge lights that lights up the whole stadium. Yeah. So even if you're playing at night, like, that particular light, would halogen light or whatever, they would like light up the whole area around it. And I used to think, oh my God, we need more women representation in that particular field. And then the only time I would see female players, women players, was when we had like this hostel games or whatever competition that was like mandatory for hostels to like send some players to like get the. And I used to think, oh my god, no! And then I used to like have make these appointments for us to go and play, and then they would tell us that okay, but you need like how many players do you need per team? Is it 11?
Yeah.
And they would say, okay, but you need 11 players. And we had this coach who was like heavily, he would like really want us to follow these rules to play on. And he'd be like, okay, but you better wear boots, you better wear the socks that comes with. And then there has to be a uniform. If one team doesn't have a uniform, one team can borrow our bibs, but one team has to. And then I would have to like go on and coordinate all of that. And then some people wouldn't show up because. So this is what happened. We did not want to play at night because people would see us playing. Because a lot of attention is on you when you play at night with all these lights on. And then we had to play like early in the morning before our classes. So 6 a.m., 7 a.m.
Really?
So some people just wouldn't turn up because it was like really
it's really
early in the morning. And then we played once or twice per semester. By the fourth semester, everybody had given up. Everybody was like, okay, that's enough. The statement was made. And then, so I used to play. But I was like a horrible player. I was just there for like motivation, like to help other people who knew how to play. And I'd be like, if somebody was on the other team, I'd be like, yay, Karma, good job. And then somebody in my team would be like, no, you can't say that, she literally just pushed one of our team members. So like I said, in Bhutan football, you can't escape how big football is. And I feel like as somebody like you who is like so been involved with the industry for so long, it must be so nice to see how big football has become into Bhutan. That brings me to something that I wanted to ask you like way before when you started. Like where you said like most of your life you spent it in Thimphu. Did you do your schooling in Thimphu as well?
Yeah.
Oh, where'd you go?
I studied my class 1 and 2 in Dagana. And I think from third year, class 3, I moved to Thimphu. I started at Tshomo High School, and then I went to Matithang School, and then YHS.
Oh, okay.
So that's my schooling years in Thimphu. I think I spent around 10 years of schooling in Thimphu.
Yeah.
So I've spent
huge chunk of
the best part of my my growing in Thimphu. So I have lots of memories.
Yes. And then where did you go after that?
After I finished my class 12, I went to India for my bachelor's degree.
Oh, okay.
So
right. That's so nice. I know a lot of people who would have loved to play football professionally, but then they had to like go into these even if they did their bachelor's, and then they would have to like work in these particular fields where they had to go and do their bachelor's. It must be like so nice to like do something that you love. Even here, do you coach a lot here?
Yeah.
Oh, is it exciting?
I think that's the best thing.
Really? Is it still exciting after so long? After all these years?
Yes. Because when I started playing, when you're a player, you just need to focus on your game. Just on your game. But slowly, as you grow older, as you get more mature, you slowly understand the beauty of football. The football in total, because it's just not one player playing football. It's the 11 players plus in the team. Usually there are 20 to 30 players in the team. On the match day, it depends on the tournament format. Some they allow 18 players, some they allow 23 players in a match. So it's not just about the 11 players playing on the field. It's about the whole team, 18 or 23, and the management team coming together. So as you grow older, you understand the importance of every individual contributing to the team. So for me as well, I was lucky as well. I got the opportunity to manage a team when I was still playing, because I had my AFC-B license coaching, and I was playing for Thimphu City FC in Bhutan. So I got lucky to manage the team as well.
Wow.
So and that was quite interesting, quite challenging as well, because maybe in terms of the managerial career, I was still young,
Mm.
because I think I was 30 years old then.
Oh.
So another thing was I was still playing,
Mm.
so it was a bit of a tricky situation for me.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I took that opportunity to manage the team. And that's, I think, you learn more about football when you are managing as well, because
Yeah.
now you are focused on the whole team.
Yes.
You have to manage every individuals, every team, every moment of the game, and over the period, the whole season, match after match. So it's interesting to manage the team, but equally a lot of challenges in a good way.
Mm.
Lots of learning.
Yes. So fun and so interesting to like hear insight on these kind of things. What is next for FBWA, or what is your hopes and dreams for FBWA?
That's a big one. Because like I said earlier, football was amateur in our community. Football is still amateur. Football will definitely be amateur for a couple of years. But for Football Bhutan, I think football is growing in our community. I can say that. I'm sure everyone, all the teams, all the players, they can say that as well. Football is definitely growing. And football is growing because every individual, every team, they're putting their foot. They are contributing to the success of the community football. It's not just Football Bhutan. It's about the whole 50 teams or more. So Football Bhutan is just a part of community football. No? Everyone is playing their part. So for Football Bhutan, obviously our long-term goal is the professionalism. It might take a generation or even more, but that's the ultimate goal. And we also know that it's not going to happen easily and anytime soon. But we believe we can be there. And Tenzin Nobu, which we discussed earlier, so he has already paved the way for the professionalism. He has showed that even when you're at Australia, you can still be there at the top, play for Bhutan. So that's our goal. We, as a football community, because Football Bhutan, it's a fan base for me. It's a fan base association for Bhutan Football Federation in Bhutan, because our ultimate goal is to see our players playing for Bhutan or other clubs in Bhutan, or even in Australia as well. The ultimate goal is to play for Perth Glories, the biggest team in Perth. So these are the goals. So Football Bhutan will support or act in every possible way to make our community football bigger and better. Groom our young players through Mini Ryan Academy, with the hopes that someday we'll have someone representing Bhutan. I don't know who will be that, the next Tenzin Nobu, but that will be the ultimate dream for Football Bhutan.
Yes. If you weren't like so involved with the football community, if you hadn't like started playing football so young and decided to like dedicate a huge part of your life to it, what work or what's something else that you think you would have been doing in an alternate universe?
I don't know exactly. Maybe something related to sports.
Something related to sports.
Maybe sports management. Because I don't know. I don't really see much beyond football.
Yeah. So you haven't really given it a lot of thought.
No, not exactly, I guess. Because for me, I think it has been football. As far as I remember, it has pretty much been about football.
Yeah.
So that's a good question. Maybe I'll think about it.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me. And then I really hope that FBWA goes on to achieve more milestones, goes on to achieve and help produce more Bhutanese football stars. I think it was really, really touching how you said that it's a fan-based project to like create more, better players who can go on to like represent the country. And I feel like just that intent to like help the country in any way possible will always make sure that FBWA stays shining as it already is. And I hope to see more FBWA successful stories. Thank you so much for making time, and thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for watching, guys. That is the end of this episode. I'll see you during our next episode. Just a quick message to the viewers: we have been reading your comments. We have also been responding as best as we could to the messages that you have been getting. Thank you so much for the support, and then we always look forward to getting the comments and getting the messages from you. So thank you so much for the love. Hopefully you will continue to like our show. Thank you.